I can come out here and see this wonderful river. I can remember all that went into it, and it's so beautiful. It rings my bell every day.
And here we have this incredible beauty, as beautiful as anything I've ever seen in my travels, right here in our backyard.
I came to the conclusion that we aren't owners, we're stewards. And we have a responsibility to God on how we conduct ourselves with nature.
All of the 40 species of mussels that were originally in the St. Croix watershed are still present. That's pretty unusual for any river system today.
Today, all we have to do is go and turn on a faucet and gather our water. And so it's become this automated thing that we rarely think about. But when I was growing up and we had to haul our water every day, you have a relationship with that water.
The ultimate test of man's conscience may be his willingness to sacrifice something today for future generations whose words of thanks will not be heard. Gaylord Nelson.
It was clear to anybody who was familiar with the river and its location and that close to a major metropolitan area that was continually growing, that if something wasn't done to protect the integrity of the shoreline of that river and the use of that river, that pretty soon it would be floating Coney Island.
I love the back channels. I love the bends of the river. It seems like you don't ever exactly know what's around the corner, even when you know the river so well. There's a surprise every day in the ever-changing, obvious light effect. I mean, then you've got the water level that changes, and then you've got the debris, and it shows the strength and the power of the water. It's just, and then also this calming, peaceful, spiritual effect that it has as well.
And I can hear the canoes coming. And I can hear the paddles. They sometimes bump up against the canoe and then make a noise. And I hear them laughing and singing and joyous trip down the river. I love that. That's the best.
I think that the St. Croix and the Namakagon do offer hope. And I think they really offer a story about how people can commit to allowing nature to bounce back. And there's lessons in this story about how the park was created and how people are connected to it today that offer a path for us going forward as well.
We do know, broadly speaking, that climate change will affect both water quality and water quantity into the future, that we do know that climate change is having an impact that we can see already now in terms of high rainfall events, for instance, which causes sedimentation in the river.
And there are a lot of animals and birds that are coming back now here that weren't here when I was a kid. Gray wolves, fisher, otter, beaver, great egrets, ospreys and eagles that were nearly wiped out with DDT. There's a whole host of animals that we made nearly extinct that have come back and are flourishing.
We won't lose through some big dramatic destruction of the river, but we could lose through what I call nicks and cuts. I want a little bit here, oh I want a little bit, oh I need a bridge here, oh I need a small plant here. And before you know it, if we're not careful, the river as we know it will be gone.
Giving children the opportunity to experience nature is critical part of their development and their well-being, feeding their curiosity about the natural world, and we have less and less opportunities for that as we become a more urbanized society. That makes places like Wild and Scenic Rivers and the St. Croix and Namakagon rivers here in Wisconsin places like that where kids can go and swim and fish and play and enjoy nature makes those places more important than ever.
And so when we reconnect with the water and we connect with our love for the rivers and the streams and the oceans and the lakes, then we will protect the water because we protect what we love.
And when he spied the wasp's owner among the crowd on shore, he waved his hat and called out, "Dirty weather ahead, sir. Wind backing into the southwest. Seas confused. Glass falling." "Never mind the weather," cried the owner. "Watch out for flotsam dead ahead." Stuart peered ahead into the gathering storm, but saw nothing except